Hi everyone and welcome back to Evocative Scents. Generally, I am a bit skeptic about trying new brands. I tend to avoid them unless I am accustomed to that specific brand or any of its sub-brand. Now this Asaf Attacks from their Arrogate collection, it was actually recommended by someone to me. And frankly, it is one of the nicest fragrance I have tried this year. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should just run out and purchase one. Now this is the second Asaf fragrance I have tried till today. And the second fragrance that I will be covering today is from the house of Ahmad Al Maghribi. And I have covered a lot of Ahmad Al Maghribi fragrances till today, a lots and lots of those. You can definitely check them out. Now the reason I have included the Garnet here, it has lot of similarity to that of Asaf Attacks and of course the Bois Imperial. So without any further delay, let's get this video started. As usual, first I will be going through the packaging real quick here, and let's begin with the Asaf Attacks. Now judging from the looks of it, you can determine that the outer paper box is pretty fragile in nature, not the most robust paper box out there, and the Asaf horse logo is present all over the box. And like with every other fragrance box out there, you can find the batch code, manufacturing date and expiry date of this fragrance as well. And as you can see, this one is pretty new. Now moving on to the back of the box here, you will notice that it comes in 150 ml, so it's definitely a step up from the regular 100 ml. And yes, it's also on the pricier side as well. While I received the bottle in mint condition, I would have definitely preferred a slightly better packaging from the manufacturer. For a comparison, you can see the Ahmad Al Maghribi box right here. Yes, it's a bit blingy, little over the top golden color, but I can't deny it is much safer in terms of packaging. You can see the red colored garnet on the front and of course the Ahmad Al Maghribi branding as well. The bottom of the box, it's pretty simple, nothing here. Rotating to the left side, you can see the hologram for the authenticity of the product, and once again the batch code, expiry date and manufacturing details as well. In my humble opinion, this box would have looked much better if this would have come in a matte finish. Interestingly, if I disregard the form here and consider just the function, it's totally fine and perfect. You will also be greeted with two magnetic flaps, eventually leading you to the bottle here, resting safely in the silhouette and snugly fit as well. Let's keep the box aside and take a closer look at the bottle design. Designs are always subjective in nature, but I feel this is little bit too cheesy for me. Once again, the generous use of glossy golden finish along with a vibrant red color folded like a rose in the cap, and the same swirling pattern continues in the bottle as well. This one is from their Stone collection, and I believe there is another fragrance in this lineup as well. The good thing is you can see the juice level easily, although it is covered up a little bit in the top and bottom. Now let's keep it aside and focus on the Asaf Attacks. In terms of design, this bottle goes just the opposite way of the Ahmad Al Maghribi. Although I will say that it feels premium to hold in the hands, but it kind of looks like a deodorant bottle, isn't it? The glass is pretty thick and very heavy, so picking up the bottle with the help of the cap isn't recommended. The cap has a brushed aluminum finish with concentric circles on the top, and on the front it's Attacks and Arrogate collection written in a silver finish. I kind of like this bottle green color, but it is definitely a fingerprint magnet to be honest. Let's quickly do a spray test and we will move on to the smell section. Starting with the Attacks, it has got a massive sprayer, and it doesn't disappoint. The atomizer has a very wide dispersion and it is also a pressurized one. Now let's compare it with the Garnet. This is more of a standard size atomizer, so let's see what it does. Now it's a regular atomizer, but it will get the job done. In terms of bottle functionality, the Asaf takes a win, but it certainly needs to improve the packaging. The Garnet on the other front, it has a very safe packaging, but it looks a little bit tacky. So what fragrance should I start with? Let's pick up the new kid in the town, the Asaf Attacks. If you want an objective answer, which is the better fragrance among these two, then without a shadow of doubt, I would pick the Asaf Attacks, and I have good reasons for that. Just to be clear, these two are not exactly the same fragrance, at least not in terms of smell. See, this is a perfume that is simplistic in terms of smell, but sometimes the simplistic fragrances are the most toughest thing to create, and this one is blended really well. You will get very light hint of pepperiness, slightly herbaceous green smell, just a tiny hint of sweetness, little bit of woodiness, and it's almost a dry sort of woodiness. All these aspects of fragrances are combined really well. They are rounded off so that you can't feel the edges complementing each other, but at the same time they are not spiky liking out of it. The Attax has kind of an effervescent, sparkly and bubbly character to it. It feels quite airy. There is little bit of transition from the beginning to the end, but it's not a lot. Initially you will get very light hint of grapefruit, but it is so light you won't feel the juiciness of the grapefruit, nor it will have the sour and citrusy facet. It is almost as if you are smelling a grapefruit from quite a bit of distance. The sweetness in this fragrance also remains in the background, never really bringing itself to the forefront. I would say this perfume is built around the patchouli accord. And when I smelled it for the first time, this sort of patchouli reminded me of the Boss Bottle Elixir. But just to make it clear, it is nothing like the Boss Bottle Elixir. At the end of the day, it's a fresh fragrance with a lot of ambroxan in it. It's just the patchouli accord that caught my attention. Talking about the Garnet on the other hand, it has that boa imperial DNA but with a lot of twists. It feels a lot more metallic in nature and the opening is slightly on the rough side. To be exact, it reminds me a little bit of dark leather in the opening. You are still going to get that earthy nuances, but that sparkling light grapefruit smell is certainly missing in this one. Now when it comes to the dry down, the Garnet is going to be less green and herbaceous, but it retains the sweetness with an added metallic touch. The Garnet also misses out on the bubbly nature, which is due to the sparkling pepperiness in the Attax. The differentiating factor between these two fragrances in my opinion is the floral accords. In Garnet, the floral facet actually mellows down the leathery facet. While these two fragrances share some traits, you can still differentiate these two fragrances side by side quite easily. With Attax, you are getting a lot more refined fragrance that doesn't contain any leather or oud nature in it. Overall, it feels like a very well-rounded fragrance compared to the Garnet, but do keep in mind that it comes with a good price difference as well. Just that it comes in 150 ml instead of 100 like the regular Garnet. In fact, the patchouli is done really well in the Attax, while in the Garnet it doesn't really stand out. So in terms of smell, I would give a clear win to the Attax. See, the Garnet is not a bad fragrance by any means, and if you are really tight in terms of budget, you can certainly consider it. Now let's move on to the performance section that should make it a lot easier to decide. The Attax has a good projection for the first 1.5 hours. The longevity is pretty good, about 6 to 8 hours on clothes, even in warm and hot weather. The Garnet on the other hand is not very loud and can be easily drowned by the Attax. The projection is about an hour, but it's not that loud. The longevity on apparels is also on the average side, I must concede that. Expect about 5 to 6 hours max. Maybe in cooler weather you could squeeze out an hour or two extra, but in hot and humid weather this is what you can expect. So in terms of performance, I would rate the Attax a solid 8.5 out of 10 and the Garnet a 7 out of 10. Now that you have a rough idea of the smell and the performance, what's the deal about versatility? I would say the Attax is a pretty much unisex fragrance, maybe slightly leaning towards the masculine side but not by a lot. The Garnet on the other hand with leather and oud does tend to lean slightly more towards that masculine side. That being said, these two are extremely versatile fragrances, so you have nothing to worry about the occasion in which you are wearing it. After all, we all love to have a versatile fragrance, isn't it? Be it formal situation or casual settings, these two are good to go. The only place that I might not recommend these, it's in the date nights. While these are mass appealing fragrance to a large extent, I would not say these are as safe as the Bleu de Chanel or something sweet and seductive like the Dior Homme Intense. And regarding the seasonality, you can wear these fragrances all year round, just avoid them in extremely hot weather. In very hot and humid weather, try something light citrusy, something maybe aquatic and refreshing. Sadly, these two fragrances don't particularly fall in those spectrums. If you are adventurous about trying new fragrances, something interesting, something earthy, green and slightly sweet, something with light citruses and aromatic quality, and of course with lots of green and patchouli elements, then the Asaf Attax should be a great choice. I have stressed this thing many times on my video and I am stating it again, do try a fragrance before considering a full bottle. If possible, sample it out, give it a full wearing and see whether you are loving this fragrance or not. By the way, if you have tried this fragrance, I would love to hear your thoughts about these, because these two and specifically the Asaf Attax was one of the most interesting fragrances I have tried this year. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, and if you have any feedback for this or any of my previous videos, absolutely feel free to comment down below. So that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.